Good afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this third day of May 2023. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. Now we start off this afternoon's news bulletin with parents have been urged to nurture their children into saving culture and also learn to work rather than exposing money to them. George Wahakunyu from Junior Achievement Uganda.
Grown up with the wrong spending pattern. They look at resources. When they get money, they think about spending. But of course, spending per se is not bad, but how are you spending and what are you spending on? So like you say, the challenge where children are saving parents' property as soon as the parents are gone, the remedy is to see to it that right from childhood, children are introduced to money smart skills, and these money smart skills they are actually for that before you think of spending you should have saved something. In addition to the spending, you should also be able to donate to the community like the way NCB Bank has done today. Today's program has been more of an introduction to the main program that we do. We want the students to know that for you to start a business in the future, you need to start saving for it now. So from this session where we've introduced them to saving skills, and next time we are going to their respective schools and we're introducing them where the students are going to start business.
We want to be part of this journey of youth because we know from the very beginning Uganda is almost 70% of the population of Uganda is youth, so power is in the youth. So we believe if they instill in them this value of saving at least 10% of their income, and that's the story that we're driving, and then investing also. Don't spend all your money. There's so much according to your purpose that you can contribute to Uganda as well.
Good. That's
Now, authorities in Chikube have expressed concern over lack of water and sanitation in the area. While addressing the media, Chikube District Chairperson Peter Banura attributed the poor sanitation to the high population of people in the area.
Chikuba District Sugar Factories operators are being accused for poor sanitation and disposal of their garbage, which has led to diseases like diarrhea. These factories have many casual laborers, especially those who go to different gardens to cut and load sugar canes.
Very few locals engage in the harvest of this cane. So many outside laborers are brought in. They are imported into the district. And when they camp into an area, they literally have no sanitation for where they can ease themselves. They just loiter around the whole plantation. And this causes a lot of negative impact on the water sources that we have.
Residents have urged district leaders to put in place facilities for access to clean water to improve sanitation and hygiene. William Biabasaija, the parish chief, and Chomokama Evelyn, a resident of Kasungwa Butole, said they drink unsafe water because they have no option.
Latrines, they come up with the challenge that if we construct latrines when we are taking the water, what is the help now? Yeah, so there is that kind of friction. You are telling us to go to construct latrines, but then the government is not putting us water in the place. Yeah, you tell us to construct latrines so that we can eradicate diseases. How about waterborne diseases?
On the wash and nutrition components.
This water source is because it's open, so in case it rains, the water usually drags the dirt and every other thing into the water source, yet it's the same water that they are drinking, that they use for cooking, that the children, when they come here, they pray from it, they drink it. And again, Esanga, we came up with an idea of supporting
plans of revamping all radio and television equipment. Take a look.
The growing number of journalism schools has increased the number of journalists entering the media industry. Uganda Media Council has registered 370 radio stations, over 100 publications, 70 television stations, and with digital media, 70 online publications, all providing employment.
The media space is shrinking in terms of everyone is becoming journalists. So people are breaking news, people are creating all these clips. And so the mainstream journalism is an area that we must all look at rethinking the best ways of maximizing resources.
The Managing Director, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Winston Agaba, urged all institutions of journalism to ensure hands-on training for the journalists.
And we are looking forward to even furthering this, because with the 11 FM radio stations we run and the TV channels, we hope that people can get exposed early, not only internally but also externally. People have trained in BBC, people have trained at Dokivela, people are trained in Beijing CCTV, and we hope that improved skills is the way to go.
The digital era has introduced a new set of people practicing citizen journalism, and Uganda Media Council wants them to observe journalism ethics.
Is where we are right now at the conundrum in terms of setting out new laws, new regulations, and new ethical
transition. UBC is into the digital era. The national broadcaster and private players have created employment.
Hoping that next financial year, with the funding that we hope to receive from government, we shall revamp all our equipment. The radio equipment is quite aged. The TV equipment, yes, we have wonderful studios, but we need much more to beef them up. So radio employs so many people. If we went into the film industry, which UCC is supporting, we believe that there are spaces that will create a lot of employment. Local content is the way to go.
Journalists also need to improve themselves to have a better bargaining power with employers on their remuneration for a better service delivery.
The better your organization. If you allow yourself to remain at the lower bands of practice, you will be given appropriate respect at that level.
One resource should be rewarded accordingly. Right now in Uganda, very few media houses can proudly say they are remunerating journalists to a level that we should all be proud of.
I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
Now, children living with disability in Gulu City are failing to access government programs due to fear of being humiliated or embarrassed. The city has only 3 schools that provide a friendly learning environment for the children with disabilities. We have the story in this report.
A visit to La Road Boarding Primary School at the first site is a disabled pupil climbing the ramp to enter into a classroom for a lesson. This is one of the 3 schools in Gulu City that has a friendly learning environment for children with disabilities. In most communities across northern Uganda, stigma towards children with disabilities has kept.
Sometimes getting them is very difficult. 2, they are also very expensive. Like the papers, the braille papers which they brought, you find that if you are to get them, the box is at 350,000.
At Thumbs Up Academy, which is located